This is Jeanne Kitchens, Chief Technology Services Officer with Credential Engine. Thank you for watching View Your Published Pathway, part of the Pathway Builder guidance and instructions. We will take a look at all of the options to view your pathway once you have approved it and published it to the Credential Registry. You can view your pathway through the Credential Finder outside of having to log into the Pathway Builder. And there are 4 options available for you to view and share your pathway outside the Pathway Builder via the Credential Finder. The first way that you can view it and share it is from the header of the Pathway Builder. After you have approved your pathway, there is a share icon to the far right of the header, adjacent to the help icon. Simply copy and paste that URL, and you can email it to others, for example, and they will be able to open up the pathway that you have built in the Credential Finder and not have to log into the Pathway Builder. You can also navigate to the Credential Finder, a tool for seeing all of the data published to the registry. And via the search for pathways, you'll be able to find your pathway there using the drop-down. So when you get to the Credential Finder, you will see a drop-down menu where you could select all of the top-level resources in the registry. Pathways are among those resources. The other way you could do it is to go to your organization's detail page in the Credential Finder, where you will see a summary of all the data you have published, and you can perform a search exclusively for your pathways. So either way, you can end up in the pathway search. You can find your pathway, and you can share the URL to it. Also, you will see that share link will be available in the header of the view of that pathway when you click open in a pathway viewer. So this is a screenshot from the Credential Finder of a pathway, and it has a listing of all the components that were published for that pathway. If you did include progression levels, those progression levels would be available through the Progression Levels tab. And finally, there's a Details tab, and the Details tab has information such as a CTID for the pathway that you publish. When you click Open in a Pathway Viewer, then it's going to open up in a very similar view to what you saw in the Pathway Builder, but of course, you will have no editing functionality here. People can only view that pathway. And this is a screenshot from the Pathway Viewer, and you could see that there is a share arrow in the very far right over here. And again, you can share, you can click that and copy paste that URL and share that URL so people can get directly to your pathway in the Credential Finder. The other way is that URLs to the pathways in the Credential Finder will always begin with https credentialfinder.org/pathway. And if you get the CTID, which is always going to be in the Details tab, you can append that CTID, and that's another way to consistently share your pathway. This is a more durable URL in the Credential Finder to your pathway. CTIDs are unique identifiers, and so this is the unique identifier for your pathway found in the Details tab. And you can use this URL as you see it here and append the CTID after the slash, after the word pathway. So that's another way that you can do it. Those are all the ways that you can share your pathway once it's approved via the Credential Finder. There are numerous additional resources available to you through the help icon in the Pathway Builder and through the Credential Engine website on the Pathway Builder tool webpage. Thank you for watching.